averaging about 160 patient visits a week right now. You're creating a video for me? Yeah, of course, we're going to do that for you. And then, they love it. And again, that just shows that you're going that extra mile. So it builds that connection, which we talked about is really important, and then demonstrate you're going that extra mile. And that is really essential for folks. So you've got to connect, go the extra mile, and that way you can elevate your practice back to its normal levels. But if you're just doing the same thing right now during this event, you're going to stay decreased. The only way to get back to the normal, where your normal was, is to go beyond the normal.
Hello everyone, today I am with Dr. Todd Johnsonbaugh, chiropractor in Columbia, Maryland, and we promised you in the previous video that there's going to be some changes and there's going to be progress, and we want to give you a progress report. And in that context, I want to compliment Dr. Todd, because I may be a consultant or a coach, but it's all him. He just asked me if there is any question, and I give some shortcuts, but all the work Dr. Todd actually is doing himself. He created lots of videos. He will tell you about how it affects his business and how it affects his practice. He's able to help many more people, and I want to motivate you, if you're watching, as a provider or a patient. COVID is no excuse.
What we did was I was usually a patient provider that saw somewhere on average to about, let's say, 150 to 200 patients a week. And now for the last 2 weeks, I'm averaging right around 3 weeks, averaging about 160 patient visits a week right now. So that's from what I hear and what I see around the area, and that's back to normal for me. Oh, but man, poor Mike was trying to teach me something newer today. I was going, Mike, I'm exhausted, because it is more physically demanding right now. You're cleaning, you're spacing. Mike saw that I'm working about 8 to 10 more hours a week to accommodate that, because we want to provide a lot of care, but we're increasing. And then probably next week, I'm going to have to increase the hours by another 4 or so to make sure there's room. So when you all are growing, you got to make sure there's room to grow. And, my patients are excited about increased hours right now. And, that's going to be around till COVID ends. So at least probably through the new year, at least to the summer, and we'll see. So Mike's going to help me create some strategies to maybe take the stress off me, because I was producing almost a video a day?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of live videos, and those were, it takes a lot of effort what you did. So really, it's I want to give a big, bravo for Dr. Todd. It's not easy. And I know it's not easy, but you did it.
I recommend everyone do the live though, because just go after it, man. Just go after it. The content will get better. It's a way to show that you care and show that you're out there for people. And that's really what patients want to see. And also, like Mike said, they're a constant reminder, hey, mate, it's time for me to see Todd. And we connect, and people like that connection. And as they feel comfortable with that connection, they then translate into coming into your office. But you got to connect. You got to keep connecting. If they're not connecting, so the Facebook, I started that because it was a friendly community, a supportive community. And I feel like with Mike's help in about another month, my production value would be of the quality to then take it to YouTube, and then eventually, yes, I do want to monetize that video thing. But we're in the early stages of that, but you got to start somewhere. So yes, videos have been great. And the way you all can help me out right now is, please go onto those videos. If you're, if you're not a provider, go onto the videos. If you are a provider, go onto the videos. Take my material. You can just share it just like it is, or you can go ahead, recreate it, put your own spin on it. Go, you know what? I like yesterday, Mike, just sitting, and people go, how can you spend 10 minutes talking about sitting? Well, we do it all day, and especially during COVID. Let's become masters of sitting, so we're not stressing ourselves out. So we just talked about sitting for 10 minutes. And people are like, that was great. So, certain videos for different people, so, I'm sure as other chiropractors, you have endless content. And what was really nice is patients say, and this was another way to create awesome patients, is a new patient would come in and they would say, hey, Todd, I want those low back stretches. I go, great. And they go, oh, you showed me a modification. I go, guess what? Next video will have that modification in it. And then they're like, you're creating a video for me? Yeah, of course, we're going to do that for you. And then, they love it. And again, that just shows that you're going that extra mile. So it builds that connection, which we talked about is really important, and then demonstrate you're going that extra mile. And that is really essential for folks. So you've got to connect, go the extra mile, and that way you can elevate your practice back to its normal levels. But if you're just doing the same thing right now during this event, you're going to stay decreased. The only way to get back to the normal, where your normal was, is to go beyond the normal. So that's my take home, Mike.
Oh, this is very, very helpful for a lot of people, I'm hoping. What would be your tip, your advice to a chiropractor, a provider who is not actively doing any kind of videos, maybe not doing any kind of content online? They feel like they should, but they don't know how to take the first step. What was helpful for you in terms of making videos?
Well, Mike, I think the key was reaching out to you and just saying, how can we do this in a way that resonates and works well with you? And so that's what I did. I just reached out to you and you said, hey, Facebook Live. And I was like, does that work? That's what the church is doing. And it seems like it works for people. And he goes, yeah. And then Mike introduced some other things, and I just haven't taken that step yet. So he said, hey, even months ago, he said, Todd, you should do the Zoom thing. And yet I'm still battling with that technology, but we'll get there. But the Facebook thing, for some reason, I could do that. It was a really easy platform. I could do it with my phone, shoot it on my phone, and then I could just forget about it. So that was really nice for me. So find a platform that works for you and work it. And I got to tell you, then Mike gave me one other simple strategy. And Mike, do you remember what that simple strategy was for Google?
Direct link sent to people?
The direct link for Google reviews. Like, I just started Google reviews like 2 years ago, and I'm at about 80. But the thing is, nice. Mike, a month ago, I was at 55. So you all do the math. So in a month, 25 Google reviews. Yes, I do have raving fans, and you all do. I know you all do. But you just got to do something. I said, hey, can I send you this link? And I said, during this time, your patients really do want to help you. And it's a time to create energy. And the thing is, right now, people are in that limbo. They're deciding whether to return to your practice, or they're thinking about possibly moving to another practice. I'm sorry to say it, guys, they are. If they're in limbo, or they're just going whatever. You got to make sure when they do return that they want to come see you, because you all are providing such good care. And if you don't ask for those words of recommendation that present the way you treat to the world, you're doing the world a disjustice. So you got to ask for reviews. You just got to step out of your side. I know it's hard for some of y'all. It was certainly hard for me at first. People are hard to believe that. Other people that watch me go, but you need to ask for those. And again, Mike can give you the simple language that's authentic for you. So just do those two things, and then I'm back to normal.
Super. This is great. I wanted to ask you, imagine that there is a chiropractor or other healthcare provider who would like to just start a video and actually be on camera, but there's something blocking them. And I don't know, because you're so good, I don't even know if you had that feeling. But if you find somebody who has that feeling, what would you tell them?
Well, if they want to, like, Mike, you know what we could do? You could help set it up. I would do, like, if you're watching, we could do a video together. And all I would do is I would shine light on that person. So if they want to do that, I am more than glad to interview that person and just say, you are awesome. Tell us why you're awesome. So first, you might want to do it with somebody. And Mike, you were the reason why I started videos. I don't know if you guys know this, but Mike talks you up before each video. He gets you excited, man. So just hang out, and it gets you pumped up, and they go, okay, I could do this. So you do that. And then also film it first in front of people that are motivating for you. Make sure that person behind the camera at first is one of the most positive people that you feel connected, and just talk to that person behind the camera. That, I would say, that would be the key, Mike, is make sure whoever's filming is a really positive person. Talk to that person, and do that energy. Every now and then when I'm filming, the person that's filming has to be distracted. You know, life comes up. And it's amazing. You'll see my on-air personality decrease a little bit. Now I'm getting better with it, but at first it really threw me off. So having somebody that's behind the camera that believes in you and you just talk to them, do that. I recommend that.
I love that. This is such an important piece of advice, because a lot of people think they're talking to an audience, even though it may be 4 people watching it.
Right.
But it feels like you're talking to the whole world, and people just get stuck and get blocked. Even when we are recording this video, if I'm thinking I'm talking to you and I know there may be another provider watching it, it just makes me feel much more comfortable to speak, instead of thinking that there is a room full of people, millions of people watching. That creates additional pressure that people don't need. So that was a very good tip, that you are actually thinking about talking to the person who is behind the camera, which takes the pressure off.
Yeah, just do that, and that way. And you know, when you first hear your voice, you know, on camera, you know, recorded, you're gonna be like, I sound like that. Yeah, I apparently have a voice that sounds like Kermit the Frog, and people go, really? Yeah. Well, listen to this. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. I mean, that was pretty good, right? You know, it's almost like Kermit the Frog. Hey, just own it. That's who you are. We all know it. We love you guys. So. Anyways, I think that's enough for everybody, right?
Dr. Todd, thank you so much. This is so awesome. Really, always happy to talk to you. And thank you for also helping our community improve more lives. That matters a lot.
That's good.